everyone. Welcome back to One Startup World, our 2023 summer conference. It is the premier global startup conference dedicated to helping innovative and disruptive startups succeed. It's the perfect platform and gathering place for startup founders to pitch their ideas, gain valuable insights, connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs, meet some industry experts, potential investors, and potential partners as well, as we all kind of learn from each other as we continue to build out this community. We're now joined, our next segment is Ryan Wilkoff. He is the founder and CEO of Forever Flight, and he is going to take us through his company here. Ryan, joining us today from Austin, Texas. A fun place, Music City, Austin city limits. Ryan, welcome. Good to see you. Let me hand it off over to you.
Thank you very much, Glenn, for that introduction. I'm excited, y'all, to share today about how Forever Flight Worldwide is advancing electric and green hydrogen flight around the world. My name is Ryan Wilkoff, and I'm the founder of our small business. We help airports save money and reduce emissions at the same time. That's not it. We are also working with our broad distributed energy network to build a fleet of electric drones to efficiently fight forest fires. As new clean planes come to market, supply chains for aviation industry are going to have to be completely reimagined. You might think that electric and green hydrogen flight is in the far future, but no, it's actually here today. As we speak, electric and green hydrogen planes are being certified by the FAA and IATA. Additionally, through later this decade, larger electric and green hydrogen planes are coming to market. And according to the World Economic Forum, the shift towards green aviation will require over 1,000 terawatts of clean energy. That is almost as much as we have today. So let me tell you a little bit about how we got here. I founded this small business in response to the climate crisis. And since August, we have been working with the National Renewable Energy Lab to rebuild Puerto Rico's grid to be climate resilient. This volunteer project connected us with stakeholders on the island and led us to our solutions that we have today. Through learning in this project, we found out that this island needed microgrids and local batteries to combat the outages. Additionally, local renewable energy is needed to reverse the brain drain leaving from the island. And so, through this project, we developed our Flame Tanager toolkit, which predicts an airport's and a commercial entity's future energy needs. And it is specific to each individual airport depending on their geography. Even though this was a volunteer project, we are still working there as the DOE recently announced a $1 billion grant towards this project. So throughout the summer, we are continuing to help rebuild Puerto Rico's grid. There are over 100 tactics needed to bring every single airport from where they are now to a completely sustainable future. Their low-hanging fruit is sometimes pretty obvious. LED lighting, building energy management systems, improving HVAC efficiency, and making sure that planes do not run when they are not being used. However, there are more specific and technical solutions that are also needed as well. And that is why we provide individualized plans for every airport to have their own local renewable energy. We are starting with small, non-hub, and medium-sized airports that lack general sustainability knowledge. And we provide solutions for them to get to net zero as quickly as possible. For instance, we are piloting a tidal project in Puerto Rico so that they have their own local renewable energy, as well as piloting a green hydrogen project in the great state of California, so that as green hydrogen planes come to market, we can provide non-hub and small airports the solutions they need. These airports are often overlooked, and so we want to make sure that these local communities continue to have the economic engines that are so important to them. We are lucky enough to have multiple streams of revenue. As a current cohort member of the U.S. Green Building Council Accelerator, we have provided solutions to not only the Department of Energy, but also the National Renewable Energy Lab these last couple months. And so, in partnership with rural communities across the country, we are providing cost-saving mechanisms for them. We are also working with the Yakima Air Terminal in Washington State to provide them with solar panels on their administrative building to help them save money and reduce emissions at the same time. We are working in a large market, and until 2025, just here in the United States, the total addressable market in airport energy efficiency is over $30 billion. That's not it. The global energy efficiency market in this industry by the end of the decade is expected to reach over $300 billion. And through what we've done so far and our partnerships, we predict that our serviceable addressable market is over $30 million by the end of next year. Not only are we members of the Texas Solar Energy Society and the Biomimicry Institute to provide airports with specific solutions that they need, but also the High Sky Society, as larger airplanes will have to be sourced from green hydrogen. So, as I mentioned before, not only do we do all that, but we are also working with our broad distributed energy network to develop a new hardware solution. Our solution will replace the old kerosene-based polluting helicopters and jet airliners that fight forest fires with our fleet of electric drones to more efficiently fight forest fires. Therefore, no human will ever have to fly over a forest fire again. And we will be able to fly our solution at night, making our solution double as efficient, as right now you are not allowed to fly a helicopter or jet airliner over a fire at night for safety reasons. We have a strong team helping us prototype our solution. Not only do we have experienced aerospace engineers who have worked with the Department of Defense to take an idea from scratch to market, but we also have software engineers who are helping us create proprietary software to help make sure that our fleet lands in water and on land every single time safely. As you can see in the picture above Madison and I, our partners at DBT Aero have invented a unique wing and fuselage system that looks a little bit like Star Wars. However, this is about 30% more efficient than the current wing solution, and so we are excited to partner with them and bring our product to market. My co-founder Madison and I both have large amounts of experience in sustainable aviation, and so we know that our solution will be the best in the market. So now we are looking for $350,000 to help take our Albatross hardware solution from proof of concept to the next phase of production. We are currently working with labs here in the great state of Texas, as well as the Texas Aviation Bootcamp to make the most efficient solution on the market. If we are able to get some help, we will be able to partner with more labs, including Greentown Labs here in Texas, to make sure that we have the best solution there can be. So thank you very much for listening to how we are saving airports money and reducing emissions at the same time. And we hope you can help us develop a fleet of electric drones to fight forest fires more efficiently than the current solutions of today. We will now be taking some questions.
Ryan, thank you. Nice job on the presentation. Nice set of slides. Congratulations for all your good work to date and continued success here in the future. So you said the ask is 350,000, and that's again kind of moving from proof of concept to the next level on your hardware solution. How'd you get involved in the Puerto Rico project? Considering it's a volunteer effort, and it just underscores how even volunteer efforts can be pretty inspiring and quite helpful.
Well, we definitely knew that Puerto Rico needed a lot of help in rebuilding their grid. And so we definitely wanted to take advantage of this opportunity in this volunteer project. We were actually the only team in this project dedicated towards the commercial side of things, and the rest of our partners worked on the residential side of things. And so we were involved because I personally have visited Puerto Rico before and know the importance of reestablishing their grid to be climate resilient. And so it was sort of a personal connection. However, I also knew that they have several small and mid-sized airports that are perfect pilot projects, as electric planes will be great for island hopping and local regional flight.
Now, you said the Department of Energy took a recent interest in this and allocated or appropriated $1 billion of a grant towards the overall project.
Yes, as of February, they have announced this. And so our partnership with our distributed energy network has already submitted an RFI towards holistic strategies in this grant. However, the grant is coming to market later in Q3 and Q4 of this year. And so we'll definitely get our hands dirty in helping rebuild their grid.
That's terrific. That's terrific. I like your approach on the low hanging fruit idea, because that's often, it's nice to get some wins under your belt, correct? And build up momentum that way as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The aviation system needs a lot of help. However, if we can start small and specifically with these strategies, we can immediately reduce pollution. And I think that's a great start in that, the clean planes aren't here yet, but they're, coming to market as we speak.
Yeah, you would think the airline industry in general, when you think about the cost of fuel and how that is so volatile, that they would embrace this type of technology going forward, if anything, for some cost stability, perhaps on their own business planning and projections as they kind of look ahead as well.
Yeah, I would definitely say because of the recent federal bills, specifically the IRA, larger airplane companies have been really going towards green hydrogen flight. And because of the incentives that this bill provides, they were able to finally commit a lot more resources. And that's why you see companies such as Alaska Airlines dumping over $100 million into startups like Zero Avia to produce the next generation of flight.
Now, on some of the reactions from some of the, you talked about non-hub airports, so smaller, perhaps rural airports, municipal airports. What's been the reaction when you talk with those folks? Are they astonished that this is even possible? Do they like hit their head and say, wow, I can't believe we never thought of this? Because it sounds like you guys are really being sustainable trailblazers in this particular field for sure.
Yeah, it's a difficult road because there's a large knowledge gap within the industry. I mean, for over 100 years, it's been completely different. And now these new planes are coming to market. And so you really have to convince, the airport owners that this is the future and that this is also a more cost-effective solution. We're saving airports money, we're improving their bond rating, and we're increasing sources of revenue. So it makes a good business case, as well as, diminishing the environmental impact.
On the firefighting side, you had a good list of partners there. Any government interest in that? You think of like the forestry department or something like that, given the IRA and funding that's been placed there, and then what you can do with an electric firefighting drone down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's been hard to find a specific grant for what we're doing, and that it's pretty unique. However, I do think that once we get it functioning prototype, it'll be hard to say no. Specifically in Canada, we're currently working with the Canadian governments out west the best that we can because of forest fires and the impact that's had on cities such as Chicago and New York. So we definitely know that there's
I remember the orange haze from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that was a tough couple of days.
Yeah, I know, and we're definitely trying to find the right solution so that we can limit the impact of, not only, local communities where rural communities are often, struggling to avoid the great impacts of that, but also the urban communities, which, are seeing the large quantities of smoke in their daily lives.
Right. Well, terrific. Well, Ryan, thank you for joining us today at One Startup World. We wish you and Forever Flight Worldwide the best of luck going forward. Please stay in touch with us. Let us know how things are going and if we can be helpful here in the future. All right, everybody. Ryan Wilkoff, founder and CEO of Forever Flight. Thanks for joining One Startup World. Best of luck. Take good care. Thanks.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you.